So Nintendo has officially taken control to a whole new level. First, and I know most of you already knew this, they say they can brick your Switch 2 for modding, piracy, or even things they just don't like. And then they hit you with the EULA update that says you can't sue them. Welcome to the future of gaming, where you don't own anything and these greedy corpos own literally everything. Let's talk about the bricking first. As you can see here, Nintendo has officially reserved the right to remotely disable your Switch 2 if it detects unauthorized use. Sounds innocent enough, right? Maybe it's just to stop piracy, emulation, or whatever. Sounds fair, in paper. But this unauthorized statement is kind of vague. This is where the problem lies. Because it brings so much question. Like, where does this statement end? Does it end with emulation and piracy? How about modding, like customized themed and backgrounds, or even modding games if you ever can do it yourself? What about jailbreaking? I'm pretty sure some people love to have full access of their device, especially to be able to use mods and stuff to have a better experience. I see that a lot in Android phone users, especially if you want to emulate stuff like the older ones. The point being is, if we're paying for something, we should be able to use it, customize it, or do whatever the hell we want with it, because at the end of the day, we already own it using our hard-earned money. And now they are basically telling us that even if your intent is harmless, they can still kill your device easily. Again, this is massive. Imagine spending hundreds of dollars to buy and own a device. Again, I cannot stress this part hard enough. To buy and own a device only for a company to decide it doesn't like what you're doing with it and shut it down instantly. Nintendo of all companies has the audacity to put that kind of power in their hands. And if it's still not clear to some, the obvious message here is, despite paying premium for this shit, we still don't own it 100%. It's like 50% is only yours, because they still have a say on how we use it. I remember phone companies would just remove warranties if you jailbreak their system, but they don't really care much because at the end of the day, you already bought it. But in Nintendo's case, for some reason, they still want to control your activities even after bringing that Switch into the comforts of your own home. Make it make sense. And just in case the bricking wasn't enough, let's talk about the EULA, because I feel like these two are funnily coincidental, or maybe planned. Because here, okay, let's talk about it. The new end user license agreement, or the updated one, turns out to be a very scammy one. It's a one-way ticket to legal limbo. Nintendo's updated terms now include a clause where you waive your right to sue them. Yep, you heard me. If something goes wrong with your Switch 2, for example, what we discussed earlier, they're basically telling you, sorry, no court for you, brother. And now if you still want to settle stuff from them, you are forced into arbitration, meaning you'll have to settle your beef with Nintendo in a private, out-of-court setting. In which, let's be honest, the odds are stacked against you if that shit happens. Oh, and forget about class action lawsuits. If Nintendo pulls some shady move that affects not just you, but thousands or maybe millions of customers, too bad. You're stuck going at it alone with no chance to team up with others and hold them accountable. It's just you, your tiny voice, and Nintendo's corporate legal army. And what's worse is you're forced into arbitration. Now, let's not fool ourselves here, okay? This isn't just about consumers. It's about protecting Nintendo from any sort of responsibility. They get to do whatever they want, control what you can and can't do with their console, and now if things go south, you can't even fight back properly. Isn't that amazing? I still find it hard to believe that Nintendo fanboys are still defending this. I used to defend Nintendo, don't get me wrong. I was one of them. But at some point, we have to wake up, you know? So let's recap. Nintendo can take control of your console remotely, disable it whenever they feel like it, and if they do something that screws you over, you can't even sue them. Your only option is, again, forced arbitration, which is really fucked up if you ask me. Seriously, my question is this really the future of gaming? Is this where we're headed? Us consumers being controlled by these greedy corporations? Is this what majority of us really wanted? Because I surely don't. And again, you can see the pattern. This is not the first time that they tried to gain control. This is already their playbook. They want you to play by their rules, pay for their games, and never question it. You might think you own your console, but technically, Nintendo's just letting you borrow it. You can maybe mod, hack, emulate, and customize it all you want until they decide that you've crossed the line. And boom, it's over. Bye-bye for $50. Again, this is very absurd. This is basically forcing everyone to submit to them. Like, what's next after this? Recording your chats and messages with anyone? Oh, they have that as well. What a surprise. Well, we have two options here. We can either just roll with it or push back against it. But to be honest, most people rolled with it by pre-ordering Switch 2. It basically sold out, you know. But for those who feel like this is absurd, if you think your right to own and control your own hardware should still matter, more specifically if you're a mod enjoyer or something, this might be your sign to speak up. I mean, not just with gaming and hardware, whatever, just about any product that you literally buy or bought with your hard-earned money. It's a common sense. You should be able to have a full control and access to that. It's not rocket science, you know? Because this isn't just about us versus Nintendo, no. It's about setting a precedent for the entire gaming industry. We should not let this happen. And fortunately enough, I do feel like this absurd idea of forcing you to waive your right into suing them will be nulled. Like 90% of the countries across the globe would laugh at this. Especially if they already have an established customer protection laws or programs. This absurdity wouldn't be able to get a pass. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What do you guys think? Is this overreach or is Nintendo right about this one? Personally, I think this is way too much. Here's the thing, guys. If I'm paying a premium for a game, not just gaming console, any product out there, I don't want to be dictated or controlled on how to use, consume, or enjoy, or even customize or whatever. I want to be able to have a full access, full control to that said product. Like literally, it's that simple. I pay you money, you give me full access to that, it's over. You don't have any right to dictate what I need to do and what I want to do and what I should do. So yeah, that's about it. If you like this video, please give a like and subscribe while you're at it. Have a great day ahead. See you next time. Goodbye and peace.